Right, guys, so it's the next day from wherever I left off. Annoyingly, I've been spent all day, most of the day, looking for fittings for the gas regulator, which is like blown up. I do have another gas regulator, but I don't have the right fittings for it, so I'm gonna have to order some off the internet. Either way, last night I spent a bit of time and I managed to get the front passenger side front hoop done. It still needs notching out over there, and also the feet doing. But yeah, I'm going to show you how I worked out how to do all of that. I can tack weld them in place. I just can't properly weld them, so hopefully I'll be able to do like the box sections as well, like the rocker plates and stuff like that. So yeah. Right, so doing the front hoop is pretty much the same as doing the main hoop. Basically want to find out how much material we need to use, or how much we need. And then find like the middle points again. So it's quite simple. I basically just measured from the floor up to this pillar, then along, roughly like this, and it worked out perfectly at 2 meters. So then what I done was, once again got the tape measure and found where a meter was. So I marked that here, that's this one. So yeah, that was pretty simple. Once I found that point, what I needed to do was get the cheater pipe again, and basically just put it up to where I think it wants to do. So basically that would want to be running in line with the pillar, then get the tape measure, mark it up to there. That worked out at about, what was it, 13 centimeters. Then done the same over this way, and that worked out at 20 centimeters. And then yeah, so basically then finding the angle was just a simple case of using this again, zeroing it up on sort of the most level point here of where the sort of straightest line is. Then going down to here, finding that, then zeroing on this one again, and that, I mean, you don't always have to do that. I did it anyway, but so this worked out to be 30, and obviously this is a 90-degree bend in total. So this one would work out to be 60. And that's a good way of checking whether you've got it right, because you then can go and do it back again this way. And if you get the same readings, then you've got it right. So yeah, that ended up looking a bit like that with my markings. So then obviously the next thing I had to do was find out the offset, because these pillars actually go down to one side, so they kick out at the bottom. And obviously we needed to incorporate that into the roll cage, so it wasn't, you know, just going straight down. And that was quite simple really. Well, I think so. Basically what I did was just get a flat bit of bar and sort of worked it out to where it looked most like a straight line down. And then so I put this on here, zeroed it up, and then I basically just kept turning this until it sat like parallel with the pillar. And that worked out to be the 15 degrees. And I know that's worked because I've done it on this side and it's lined up. And yeah, that's as far as it goes with working it out. It's pretty simple, like I said, and then it's just a case of bending it, which we'll get onto now. Okay, so luckily with both of these door sections being 2 meters long each, I had a pipe that was a tube that was 4 meters long. So that cut directly in half. Now, once again, I just want to find the middle of this tube. So it being 2 meters, it's only going to be a meter, which is there. And then if we refer back to the drawing, the first bend we're going to do is the one from the floor, which is the 60-degree one, and that starts at 13 centimeters from the center line. I'm going to put an arrow there so I know that this is the side where it clamps to, so the die goes on this side. And then on the other side we've got the 20 meter one at the top. I'm just going to put a little 60-degree mark there as well, so I know that one. And then yeah, so what's that one, 13, and then 20 over here. Oh, actually what I did on the other one was I actually offset the center point by 2 centimeters, because obviously we're putting those rocker box sections on. And I'd rather have more pipe tube on the head section. And then obviously don't forget to do that on that one as well. And then this is the 30-degree one that goes on top, which we're also going to put an offset of 15 degrees on as well, so I'll just mark that up. And then we can get to bending. Oh, what I will add is that to learn from a mistake from doing the main hoop, I'm actually only going to bend this to, it's supposed to be 6 degrees, I'm actually going to only do it to 50, because obviously I can always bend it more, but I can't always unbend it, so I like to bend that one to 50. I'll do the other one to 30 still, and then test fit it, and then if it's not right, can then bend it more. Yeah, cool. So what we'll do is take this out, spin it around, and do the 30 degree with the 15 offset.
Can I be in the video?
If you want, mate.
I'll do like a mad wheelie or something.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah?
Yeah. You got to be good at wheelies, though.
Oh, that's one to
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, so Ben, when your motors are up and running in the summer,
Yeah.
you're going to come out with the super motors.
If you guys can keep up. Right, so when it comes to doing this 30 degree bend with a 15 degree offset, how I've worked out the 15 degree is I put the level box onto here, obviously because this is always going to be like a straight line, I hope, to the die. And then went over to that pipe and then just moved it to, it said 15 degrees there. I think I went just under, so I'd done about 14 on the last one, so I'm done the same on this one, just to hopefully be a bit safe. On that one, it does run straight with a pillar, so yeah. And then what I did, well actually before I done that, is I made sure that this was sort of pumped up the most, so it was in like quite tight, which, because it always moves about once you start pumping it. And then yeah, so what we just need to do now is bend this one to a full 30 degrees. One thing I forgot to mention, obviously I bent the passenger side one yesterday. And what I need to remember is which side the 15 degrees sat on. Now I do remember it was sitting on the left hand side, but what I did was take a picture of it last night anyway when it sat in the bender. So yeah, this one's already sitting on the right hand side. So we're good with that. And then yeah, we're just gonna need to pump this up to the 30 degrees. Gonna get in the bender a little bit first. And obviously I'm gonna zero it in. Right, that's bent into place. We'll get that out and try it in. Oh. Let's go on the windscreen for this. Right, which way does it sit? And those wires there and make it fun to get in. So that's flush to the floor. Let's try that. What is annoying is there's the bar here that holds the steering wheel up. Something needs bending to move it to there. I mean, now that I've moved that main hoop back a bit, it seems to sit in a bit better. So I think it just needs the ends shortening down and the notching out done. I don't think I actually want to bend this anymore. It seems to be running quite nice. Let's do some notching out and see where we get. Right, guys, I don't know where I last left off, but I'm feeling a little bit more motivated and happy now because I've managed to work something out with the welder so that that's working. It's like this pipe going into this pipe, and I'm using like an airline thing. I sort of drilled out the inside of this hose to clamp it over and some other stuff. So I'm happy about that. That's one good thing. What was he doing? I don't know, I've done a little bit since then because I kind of got annoyed, so I put the camera down and did things like I cut the feet down, but I made the cage shorter. So then what I've done is I've propped it up on blocks of wood. I've managed to get the cage to fit better, and I've tacked this front hoop in because what I've done is I cut 4 inches off, I think it was. But either way, these are 4 inches of block, 4 inches worth of block in there. And then what I've done is I actually cut 2.5 inches off of the front hoop because I thought it was sitting over just a little bit, and then put a 2-inch block, so it's got like, what's that, 1.5 inches removed from it now. It's 1.5 inches lower than what it was before, technically. And it fits in so much better. So that's what I've done. I've now done and tacked that one in. I'm going to go do the same with the driver's one, and we'll tack the driver's one, and we'll go tack that in. But yeah, I'm not happy about it now, so that's good. Right, so we've got this one all notched out, looking quite nice. I think I'm getting a lot better at these now because this one fits in quite snug with the right angle, I think. I've grinded it out a bit more to hopefully it fit. I think I need to do something with lights because it's getting a bit dark out here. But yeah, we'll let's get this one in. So yeah, as you can see, it's quite a nice little snug fit actually. It's not too bad. Obviously I'll move it so it's a little bit tighter when it comes to welding it. Right, so I thought it was a bit tight up here, so what I've done is I've taken the block out from under there, and it's a bit more even with that. So I think what I need to do is actually chop this one down about 2 centimeters, I think. I'm going to try that first. Well, I don't know if I've taken a 2-inch block out of it. Not 2 inch, is it 2 inch? I think it's 2 inch, I can't remember. Yeah, 2 inch, maybe. I think that's what I'll cut out of it, because the bends look like a lot better on it. It all seems to... It's a bit more even to that side, I think. Let's get down and have a look. I don't know, let me put this down and have a look. Okay, so I've got this in about where I want it. Annoyingly, this thing is in the way of it a bit, which I didn't take into consideration when I was doing it earlier. But over that side, it's about 9 centimeters at the bottom of this point to the middle of the tube. Obviously, we're at about 8 on this. There's not really much I can do about it, so I'm just going to really leave it. I don't really actually care that much. And yeah, it was 6 at the top over there, and I'm 6 at the top over here. So yeah, I guess I'll put the tacks in now. There we are. I reckon we can drop this one down now. Yeah, I'll leave it. Yeah, I'm going to weld these in place because I still need to put a roof bar bit across here at the front. But I'll make sure these are all in place and in there nice and solid before I go banging something around in there, I think. Cool. So that is those welds done, and I think that's where I'm going to wrap it up for today. So yeah, it's been a bit of an eventful one today. I didn't get as much achieved as I wanted to, but that's it. I've got some metal on order for doing the rocker boxes and the gussets, so I'll be able to do those. I also I need to do the rear tube, so I'll be putting this back up on blocks again, and then yeah, we'll do a video on the rear tubes going down to the rear arch. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I guess I'll see you on the next one.